Hello, all of you beautiful people. There are 100 reasons not to do this video. My hair looks terrible. My skin is awful. You can see the ring light in my glasses and I still couldn't get the lighting right. There's like, seriously, a million reasons not to do this. But I got tired of trying to get the lighting right. I got tired. I ain't even dealing with the skin, the hair. I am not a perfectionist when it comes to some things, so frankly I just got tired of trying to get it perfect and was like, let's just do this. So I haven't done a devotion in a while, and that's another reason not to do it, because I started out and I wanted to do one every single morning and I was doing really good, and then bam, I disappeared. So that's another reason not to do it, because hey, I failed at something, so why even give it a go again? But I realized that it's better for me. I prefer to do ones when I am inspired to do one and not just reading them from my devotional. So here it is, jumping back in. One that, something I wanted to share with y'all from myself, or like, not from a book. So anyways, if y'all can get past the terrible hair, the lighting in my glasses from the ring light, and even though I'm using a ring light, my skin is still not amazing, and the lighting is still not amazing. I just got tired of trying to get it amazing. So this is just not going to be amazing. Just listen to what I have to say and not how it appears and looks. But anyways, Thanksgiving weekend, I was coming back from my friends in Daphne, and it was storming. Like, it was so bad. Like, when I normally am okay in driving in bad weather. There was this one time when I was going to Florida a lot, and I was headed down to Florida, and it was storming then, and I had to drive across somewhere in Mobile, one of the big bridges, and like, it was bad. It was so bad that the waves are coming up over the bridge. It was that scary. So during that time, I kind of got like, okay, because I had no choice but to continue driving. So I was okay. But this last time coming from Daphne, it was pretty scary, because I could not see in front of me, and it was getting dark. So it was pretty nerve-wracking. So I was tempted. I was like, maybe I should just pull over, because normally, you know, they say follow the line on the side of the road because it's not dotted and broken up. So it's going to be a continuous line. And that's what I usually try to do. I usually try to pay attention to that. And I'm like, okay, if I can see that, I'll be fine. Well, it was so bad that you could hardly see that. So I was really tempted to pull over. And then up ahead, I could see two cars had their flashers on, but it was pretty far ahead of me, and I couldn't tell if they were in the middle, if they were still driving and just going really slow, if they were stopped in the lane that I was driving in, or if they were on the side of the road. It was raining that hard that I couldn't tell. So the closer I got, I finally saw that they were pulled over on the side of the road, and they were stopped, and they had their flashers on. So this entire time, like when I'm driving in bad weather, of course you turn the radio down to try to see better. But I pray, like, entire time during bad weather, I'm praying. And people were praying for me because they knew I was driving and headed home. And so, but when I saw them, I was like, oh, maybe I should pull over in front of them. So I was tempted to pull over because they had pulled over. But I was like, okay, I'd rather get through this storm instead of stopping in the middle of it. Like, eventually it's gonna have to stop raining. So I was ready to get to the rainbow, so I didn't want to stop in the middle of it and just stay there and wait it out. So I just kept creeping on forward, and literally it seemed like, and of course praying the whole time, it seemed maybe a minute down the road from where it was storming so bad that I couldn't see hardly in front of me, that it just stopped. And like, they had stopped back there, and I was tempted to pull over to the side of the road and stop in the middle of, well, what seemed like in the middle of the storm, and just wait it out. But I decided not to, and I just kept going and got to the end of it. And I was just like, wow, you know, how close was I to staying in that terrible weather if I would have decided to pull over, I would have missed getting out of that storm just by a minute. And I just had a spiritual moment, I guess. And I'm not trying to say I'm spiritual or anything, and I hate that term. But, you know, it was like, how often do we stop? We just stop in the middle of the storm because we're tired, when we're right at the edge of a breakthrough. We're right at the edge of overcoming whatever that storm is. We're right at the edge of God stopping the storm. So how many times do we stop before God intends for us to stop? He wants us to go on just a little bit longer, so he can stop the storm for us and end it completely. So I was glad that I didn't stop, because it was over for me, because I had decided not to give into that temptation of stopping and trying to wait it out in the middle of the storm, by just pressing on through and going on to the end of it, and pressing on until it ended. So I just wanted to encourage y'all and share that with y'all. You know, I know a lot of people are in the middle of, and it don't seem like the middle of, you know, just a really, really long battle, a really, really long storm. You know, it might be health, finances, mental, and we're tired of having to endure and continue to go through. But be encouraged to keep pressing on, and just to continue on through your storm, because you might be right there at the end of it. You might be right there at a breakthrough. And if you decide to throw in the towel, or if you decide to stop and just try to wait it out in the middle of it, you might miss coming through to the end of it. So I just wanted y'all to encourage y'all not to stop in the storm, but to continue on and to trust in God that he's going to bring you through it, and that you're going to see the end of your storm. And it may feel like it's going to be a really long time, because I was not expecting that it to stop storming so quickly after I almost pulled over and stopped in the middle of it, and it did. So that's the same way with life. You might be right at the end of the storm of your life, but if you decide to throw in the towel and quit now, you will miss it ending. So hold on, press on, and just be encouraged that the end of your storm is coming, and keep the faith. Y'all have a fabulous day.